everyone, to another episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where I am always your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, aka the Hat Lady, aka Cannabis Doc. All right, so those are all of my pronouns. All right, so Mr. Henderson is also joined today, and you are
who? Me?
Uh-huh.
Dad Henderson.
Dad Henderson. And we have our special guest here on the show. Introduce yourselves.
Come on, let's go.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is King.
And my name is Nina.
All right. So King and Nina is joining us today on the show for a very special tribute today and the rest of this month for Black History. And they are going to give us some information about Black history today, as well as we're going to be talking about history making in the cannabis industry. All right. And so that can include me and Mr. Henderson. All right, and so we want to go ahead and, give our own selves a big tribute to having a historical space in cannabis. All right. Your Black history? Oh, okay. All right, so we want to shout out all of the birthdays for this month. All right, and today is Bob Marley's birthday. Happy birthday, Bob Marley. Rest in peace. We love your music. All right. And then also, there are some more birthdays in the family. Mr. Henderson, whose birthday was it this week?
Well, this week is my niece Ariel's birthday.
All right.
Happy birthday, Ariel.
All right.
It was also my sister Kimberly. Her birthday.
Kimberly. Woo.
Happy birthday, sister.
Happy birthday.
And last but not least, a little drum roll going on right now. It was Nina's birthday. Nina's birthday was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
I'm still tired.
It was a lot of fun. That's all I gotta say.
From one end of that place to the other place. Y'all.
Yes. All right. Big shouts out to Main Events.
But shout out to the Main Event.
Yes, it was fun.
That's chilling at.
What? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fun?
All right. Salute to Mike.
All right. Cool.
Great. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about a little bit about cannabis and the cannabis space. Medical cannabis, of course, we already know is beneficial for a lot of different things in our bodies. Miss Nina wants to go ahead and tell you about the benefits that she has learned, and plus she has made her own history in medical cannabis as being the youngest educator in medical cannabis, because she did produce and not produce but publish a book that is called The Endocannabinoid System for Kids and Medical The Endocannabinoid System for Kids and Medical Cannabis Explained. Yeah. And Medical Cannabis Explained for Kids. I'm sorry, yes. Miss Nina T. Henderson.
Nina Tiffany Henderson.
Nina Tiffany Henderson, exactly. So congratulations for her being a pioneer like her mama and publishing a book. So she's an author, plus in that and being an author and educating, she is the youngest educator in medical cannabis because she educates for us. Yes. Family educator. How do you feel about that, Miss Nina?
Well, I mean, we're learning about Black history and stuff, and I can be Black history. I could be a lot of stuff. But right now, I'm making history by teaching children about the endocannabinoid system and medical cannabis.
There you go.
Right.
What is medical cannabis good for?
It's multiple sclerosis.
Yep.
ADHD.
Yep.
I think epilepsy.
Epilepsy. That's right. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Very good. All right. I got a quiz for you because I quiz all of my students and they all have to know about the endocannabinoid system. And because you have to be able to explain it to other kids, tell me about the receptor sites. What is the receptor site for the brain and the spinal cord?
The CB1 receptor.
The CB1 receptor. And what about the CB2 receptor? Where is that located?
It's like it's everywhere else, I think.
Yeah.
It's somewhere besides the brain and the spine.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So everywhere else besides the brain and the spine, so in your gut and all of your other organ systems where the CB1 receptor is mainly located. And those receptors are made in the endocannabinoid system. And is it just humans?
It's in animals too.
It's in animals too. So the animals have an endocannabinoid system. That's right. So they all need to have a supplementation of what, Nina? So when they fall low,
pets, cannabis?
Yes, the CBD for pets that we have at home. We give our own dog, and animals need to be able to have that cannabinoid system refueled, and so we supplement medical cannabis in animals as well for those who are sick or have any different ailments in their bodies. All right. So thank you very much.
What about cat-dog syndrome?
Cat-dog syndrome as well.
Yeah. My cat's a little bit stupid.
Oh.
Doggish, maybe.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks for your input on that. So congratulations to Miss Nina Henderson for being the youngest cannabis educator, medical cannabis educator. All right. So thank you. Our history, sister. All right, and Mr. King, so are you. Can you tell us about medical cannabis? What is an ailment that most people don't think cannabis is used for, but they use it for?
Some of the health benefits of cannabis and medication cannabis is treat multiple sclerosis,
So, like in multiple sclerosis, like the spasms?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. All right. So, for Black History, do you have someone that you admire in Black History besides in being in the cannabis industry?
I'll let her answer that first.
Do you have someone, Nina?
Yeah.
All right. Who do you have in medical or in just in general that you would like to honor today for Black History?
George Washington Carver.
George Washington Carver. Mm-hmm. Okay, speak up. And what did he do?
He invented 300 ways to use the peanut.
Okay.
Peanut butter and stuff.
Okay.
And he popularized crops that weren't cotton in the South.
Oh, okay. So how is that important in growing in cannabis? Because it was agriculture. So he grew peanuts, right?
Yeah, and a bunch of other stuff as well.
There you go. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. And
multiple ways to eat soggy nuts.
No, Henderson. Okay. All right, inside joke. All right, King, we got a question for you. All right, so wait a minute. You didn't tell us how old you are, King and Nina. How old are y'all?
I just turned 12.
You just turned 12 yesterday. That's right. And King, how old are you?
I'm 13, turning 14 in July 11th.
All right, so
I'm 39.
Oh, no, you're not.
No, you're not. You're 48.
Uh-oh.
You're almost 50.
Oh,
and you're almost
oh,
40.
Oh,
you're almost 40.
Lord.
Yeah, I don't think I
Why
forgot.
are you telling our ages
Old
like
Lord.
that?
Old woman, old
Lord.
man.
Oh, God.
Lord. Oh,
Y'all need to start writing y'all wills. Mhm.
Oh.
I'm gonna be the first line in it too.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, fine. Okay. Well, we have some very outspoken children. So you see where she gets it from.
I get it from my dad.
See?
She do, man. She do. She ain't telling y'all no story. She ain't telling y'all no story.
Woo! But you get the brains from who? No, don't tell her what to say.
What's it?
You.
Oh,
You.
okay. All right. Well, that's great. So now y'all heard it here on the show. All right. So we got a video. We want to tell everyone about the first Black woman-owned dispensary that opened up in the world. So we're in the U.S. So we want to go ahead and congratulate medical cannabis and its dispensaries and those everywhere in Black history who are making history right now as we speak. So there's still time, you guys. This movement is still taking place. So if you have not, be sure you utilize the industry for what it is. It is historical. All right. So after this, we'll be back.
I was getting away with 38.
Black female-owned dispensary in Boston is now open for business. Right now, the city's pushing to make cannabis a more inclusive business.
Yeah, the owner of the Heritage Club hopes her efforts will help pave the way for others. She told WBZ's Courtney Cole what it may take to see that success.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
From the moment you step in to the Heritage Club,
Yeah, please come on in.
you know this isn't going to just be a retail experience, but an educational one too.
What inspired you to get into the cannabis industry? One of my favorite parts of how this got started was that my mom suggested that I open a dispensary, and I wasn't sure why until I looked into the history of the war on drugs and the opportunity for social justice work.
The road to get here wasn't easy.
So the process, it starts with, in Massachusetts specifically, finding a location.
Even with a real estate background, Nikki John told me it was a challenge.
You do community outreach, you get a host community agreement, an HCA, and then you can apply with the state. And that kickstarts a whole nother licensing process.
Not to mention the serious financial investment required.
All in, I had over $150,000 in holding costs just for the lease that I had to defer and negotiate.
The lack of diversity in the cannabis industry was the driving force for John to stick with it.
I wanted to show that Black women can run a business in cannabis as well as anybody else, and that we need to be a part of this industry.
And find multiple ways to reach back and help others.
We have a bunch of different brands, and we're committing to displaying and promoting at least 30% of these as mission-driven, women-owned, Black-owned businesses.
In 2019, the city of Boston passed the Equitable Regulation of Cannabis Ordinance, which created the Boston Cannabis Board and the Cannabis Equity Program. Since the creation of the Equity Program, the Mayor's Office of Economic Opportunity and Inclusion tells me that just over 65% of their applicants are Black, just over 20% of the applicants are Latino, and about 9.1% of them are Asian American.
You're helping to change the narrative. Talk to me about how that feels. It makes me emotional talking about it because I know how many people who have tried and not gotten approved.
In Charlestown, I'm Courtney Cole for WBZ News.
All right. We're back. Joined again with who?
Nina Henderson.
And
King Thibodeau.
all right. And we are the Holistic Cannabis Show, the family, two of them anyway. We couldn't fit everybody up here. It just would not work. We tried. All right. So, Mr. Henderson, what do you think about that video? How did you feel about a woman dispensary owner? The first Black woman dispensary owner.
I mean, that's cool.
That's great.
Congratulations.
All right.
Being an accountant.
There you go.
You know,
All
somebody
right.
to help train your staff.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? If you just happen to fall across this video.
Thank you very much, Mr. Henderson. All right, so we have tributes to myself. I had did a wonderful She Served photo shoot in recognition on myself. So big shouts out to myself, to me. All right, for the work that I done in the United States Army, and yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of work. You know, there you go. So my mission right now is to educate veterans. Even though I'm not in the military any longer, I want to educate veterans on the health and wellness benefits of medical cannabis and how the 22 soldiers or the 22 veterans that die a day by suicide can relinquish that number down to 0 veterans that die by suicide because they have the correct medications for their PTSD and issues that they've gone through in service or out of service. So we just want to make sure that we get the oil or whatever that those soldiers or those veterans need to be able to be full, full whole body, the way that the medical cannabis industry is moving, we're moving towards a government who really wants to see a change in the medical cannabis or cannabis community in general, because it should not be a Schedule I drug because of the qualifications, the benefits, the health benefits, the longitudinal studies that are going forward, and we will talk about those.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Nina, you want to help us out and tell us what those say?
FDA punts on establishing rules for regulating hemp-derived CBD products.
Mm-hmm.
The agency had previously opened that regulating hemp-derived CBD products as a dietary supplement could possibly discourage the use and development of CBD prescription drugs.
Ooh. Go ahead.
Marijuana legalized associated with less use of prescription opioids. Review of longitudinal studies conclude. Researchers concluded the evidence is sufficient to establish a potentially beneficial association between recreational marijuana legislation and prescription opioid patterns.
Good. All right, and in the latest news, the District of Columbia bills transmitted to Congress providing for marijuana expungements, expanded medical access. All right, and then there's another study that shows that cannabis use reduces daily use of prescription opioids in chronic pain patients. And then there's a poll out of Virginia that Virginia voters support legalizing adult use cannabis retail sales. And then in Rhode Island, courts begin the process of erasing marijuana records. And then, yes, so interning with normal is going to be important. Missouri's in for a great weekend. Adult use cannabis sales begin this week at select dispensaries.
Man.
All right.
Going to Kansas.
Cannabicromin, or CBC, might enhance CBD's anti-cancer effects, according to data in the latest study. All right, you can read more on normal.com.
Oklahoma has the chance to legalize it on March 7th during a special election. Make sure everyone you know in the Sooner state is registered and ready to vote yes on SQ 820.
Awesome. All right. And this is what hemp looks like. I am hemp, less than 3% THC. Over 75 U.S. manufacturers make hemp products. All right. So like drought-resistant biofuel crops with 97% efficacy compared to other biofuels. The U.S. government mandates production of biofuel. So why not grow and employ hemp for the nation? That is a good question. Why aren't they allowing this plant to do? All right.
Because they're going to run businesses out of business.
And run other business out of business, but it's room for everybody, right? So, Nina, what does that say?
The U.S. Transportation Department's reliance on outdated technology and discriminatory policies is out of step with reality and is directly contributing to the trucking shortage crisis.
No more drug tests for the truck drivers, man. Y'all cut that foolishness out.
Did you know the relationship between cannabis and opioid use is one of the best documented aspects of marijuana policy?
Didn't know that.
Wow. Go ahead.
For the second year in a row, Virginia House Republicans reject regulating cannabis sales.
Good.
That's great.
Good, Virginia.
All right. And another birthday we forgot to mention last month was Miss Oprah Winfrey. Yes. I can't wait to meet her. A wonderful
Look at
lady.
Oprah.
Yes. All right. So in the Grammy news on last night, if everybody saw it, I know everybody did. We woke up to all the historical events. Lizzo wins the record of the year. All right. So congratulations to Lizzo.
What's she winning the record of the year for? It's about damn time.
Probably so, yeah.
It's about damn time.
It's about damn time. Fans are enraged after Gangsta Boo and more were left out of the Grammys tribute. So that's according to V103. We don't know. She should have been in there. She should have been a tribute. All right, and Mr. King wants to tell us about who is that person right there.
Ooh, man.
Muhammad Ali.
All right, Muhammad Ali. And what was he great for, Mr. King?
Hey, Mr. King, not Miss Nina. You want me to go for you?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali. Well, to me, Muhammad Ali is famous for not wanting to sign up to be in the war, in the Vietnam War. And he was also a boxer. That's pretty much all I know about him.
Okay. So he is Black History. That's it. What did he? So he's famous for a lot of those things, especially in boxing, because he did what in boxing history? Mr. Henderson can help us out. The boys are losing. They don't want to be in this with us. So I think
Whatever. Stand down, dog. Stand down, dog. Stand down. I got you. I got you. Wait a minute there. Muhammad Ali was the greatest fighter that ever was.
Okay.
That ever was.
In the time of fighting.
In the time of fighting.
He beat Joe Frazier.
Uh huh.
Don't know who that is.
This dude, Muhammad Ali, he was more than just a boxer, okay? Never mind the iconic boxing situation that he lived. But let me tell you, when it came to standing up and being knowledgeable about people, places, and things, Muhammad Ali was the man.
It was against his religion to kill, and that's why he didn't want to sign up to be in the war.
Now, the tragic part about Muhammad Ali was when he unfortunately got older. He sustained many injuries, right? Get hit in the head. Drove him to having dementia. And eventually, it was hard for him to recognize anything. He had Parkinson's.
Parkinson's,
disease.
yeah.
So, but Muhammad Ali, man, he could get out there, and I think he was the originator of trash talk. Because nobody could out trash talk Muhammad Ali. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali, the champ. No, that's me. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, he was the guy. He was the go-to guy.
That's it. All right. So good. All right. Well, we have another wonderful company, Black owned, that we would like to shout out. And, and we want to let them know that we see them, we see what they're doing in the cannabis space. We love everyone in the industry. So if you're doing something, great. If you aren't doing anything, go ahead and get started. It's not too late. You're helping people. You're saving the planet. You're helping the environment. You're doing a lot for research and for those who don't know and still think that it's bad. So for the prohibition's sake, we want people to become educated. And what's a better way to educate is to get hands-on education. Come out to the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science in alliance with the Gift of Life Community Home, which is our nonprofit organization that helps in the community with holistic health and wellness. So I'm the Dr. Yolanda Henderson, who does all of the holistic wellness coaching and medical cannabis scans, and also helps to recommend the dosage of cannabis or the strain if you are in another state. I do work multi-states. So if you're interested in someone in your state to come out, or if you want me to travel, I do travel to you, and I do house calls. So if you can't afford to come by the office, we can come to you. All right. And so we have a video that we're going to show. The Green Toad Hemp Farm is the farm that we are honoring, and we'll talk to you a little bit more about that farm after this show.
Joints, oils, gummies, even dog treats. All of these products contain CBD from cannabis plants.
We have a machine over here that does up to 25,000 pre-rolls a day.
It's big business. Here at the Green Toad Hemp Farm in Meta, Georgia, the first Black-owned cannabis dispensary in the state, workers cultivate and harvest the crop. Reginald Reese, co-founder of the Green Toad Farm, found his way to cannabis as a means of managing pain.
I was dealing with some medical issues. I had spine surgery, hip replacement, knee surgery, hand surgery. CBD enabled me to transition off of opioids. I knew I needed to do research on this plant.
CBD, or cannabidiol, is a chemical found in the cannabis plant. Some users claim it to be a beneficial treatment for pain, anxiety, and insomnia, but more research is needed. The only condition that it's been scientifically determined to treat effectively is certain types of epilepsy. Nevertheless, demand for CBD products remains high in Georgia, a state where cannabis consumption is still highly regulated and criminalized. Farmers can grow the plant, but there's a catch.
That definition of hemp is that legally is defined as a cannabis plant that has 0.3% or less THC in it. So the objective is to be able to grow it and harvest it before it gets to, or when it gets to that point.
CBD products containing more than 0.3% of tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, the chemical responsible for most of the plant's psychoactive effects, are still illegal in Georgia. Green Toad sends all of its cannabis products out for testing to SJ Labs and Analytics, the first hemp testing lab in Georgia, located in the town of Macon. Sarah checks samples for contaminants like mold and bacteria, and crucially ensures their THC content is within the legal range.
We grind it up and it becomes this really fine powder, and you can actually see the powder right here, like how fine it gets. We want it to be this fine so that we can really get all the cannabinoids. And then we'll use a filter to make sure that we're only getting our cannabinoids.
If Labs has revealed a product exceeds 0.3% THC, farmers like Reggie and Dwayne must retest the sample. If it fails again, they must then destroy the crop. And thousands of dollars and hours of labor are gone. If the crop isn't destroyed, growers may face legal consequences, including arrest.
Last year, we kind of went outside that window with some strains that went extremely high, meaning that they were just right during that window, and the THC level spiked tremendously, so we had to end up destroying them. This is our newborn chamber. We want them to get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger before we actually move them out to the field.
Testing of these plants will happen 15 days before they're harvested. That's when their THC content is evaluated and certified. It's a constraint that's central to Dwayne and Reggie's business model.
So our goal now is 1,000 by 1,000, meaning we want to be in 1,000 locations in 1,000 days.
And that's what the future is for us, is to be a household name and to hold that spot and be sustainable in our business and serve as a great example of what's possible for our people.
So if you have been a student at the Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science, you have been out to the Green Toad Hemp Farm. So again, big shouts out to Mr. Reggie, and we appreciate the opportunity to work with you guys in allowing our students to come to your farm and to even learn how to make gummies. So the last group of students were able to come out. They have the whole setup. And so we're going to get our students out. We're going to get the children out next spring, or when springtime comes for a harvest. We will be there. So count us in for education purpose. We appreciate you again making history in Georgia. So we thank you guys for all of the information. And Mr. Henderson, what do you want to say to them for Black History Month?
Oh, man. Yeah, good job, everybody.
Yes.
But hold on. I got some breaking news.
Uh-oh. What you got?
Today.
Uh-oh.
In Turkey and in Syria, more than 3,000 people have just been killed.
Oh, no.
Turkey today had 3 massive earthquakes.
3 massive earthquakes.
The first one coming in at 7.8.
Wow.
Out of a 10-point Richter scale.
Wow.
The second one, 7.5 out of 10.
Wow.
And the third one, a 6.7. The airport destroyed. The main roads destroyed. Revelation talks about multiple earthquakes happen. I see some people say that multiple earthquakes happens in diverse places. D-I-V-E-R-S. But y'all got to remember, at the time that this was wrote, there was no letter E. So this is diverse places.
Wow.
Okay. For those types of earthquakes to happen was a major shift in the tectonic plates. Why is tectonic plates important? Because they are everywhere. They're all over the world. There are tectonic plates here in Georgia. There are tectonic plates in California. Tectonic plates in Memphis, Tennessee. All the way up the Mississippi River. As the plates continue to shift, you're going to see more destruction, particularly in heavily populated places. 3,000 is just the number that they've found so far. Turkey is a very, very large populated place. All right? It's nuclear. All right, Syria, very, very populated place. Got a lot of guns and ammo and stuff in Syria. I'm just saying, y'all need to pray for these places and look out for each other. You'll never know how the end is going to come. I'm sure when somebody in Turkey and in Syria woke up this morning, they did not expect this to be the end of their day.
Right.
However, they were warned that this was going to happen approximately 3 days ago.
Wow. 3 days ago.
That's tragic. Yeah, that's tragic.
All right. Well, thank you for that news, the breaking news for today. Sending our condolences. All right.
You want to hear some more breaking news? I just saved 10% on my automobile insurance by switching to Geico.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, in other news, we want to shout out Miss Beyonce Knowles. Beyonce.
Okay.
All right, she won the most Grammys in history. She made history this yesterday,
She did.
and we want to shout her out. Her and Blue. We say, "What's up? What y'all want to do? Y'all want to hang out sometime? You know, right? You hang out with Blue Ivy."
She did. She won more than Jay-Z. The total number of Grammys that Jay-Z have won in Grammy existence is 27.
Yes. All right.
24. I'm sorry, not 27, 24.
24.
Followed by Kanye with 24. Kendrick Lamar, 17. Eminem, 15. Pharrell, 13. How many have Snoop Dogg won?
Oh man.
Right. Eminem won more than Snoop Dogg.
Oh no, that's not right, Uncle Snoop. We got to protest.
How many Grammys have NWA won?
Well.
I'm next, so it don't matter. I'm next.
All right. All right. Well.
Me and my boy King, we next. We winning Grammys next year, 2024. On 24. That's us.
Oh, okay.
They calling me right now.
Oh, okay. All right, King. What about the outlets to watch the show? How can they share the show with other viewers?
They can share through Instagram, Twitter, Firestick, Facebook, YouTube, Roku, Status Network, and Manifest TV.
And then look for the Holistic Cannabis Show. If anybody's watching this show and they want to call the show right quick with your birthday shout out, hey, hit this number, 470-251-4647.
There you go. We always want to hear from you for your birthday. So if you want to call us or send us a photo for your birthday, please do so. We are also advertising anybody's business who wants to advertise right here on the show. All right, because we do have classes that we advertise as well. Our classes start weekly, so if you're interested in the medical cannabis industry or you want a certification or you just want more information, you can reach us personally at 404-631-6360. Again, that number is 404-631-6360, and we will be able to assist you in getting enrolled in one of our courses. If you need a discount, discounts go to veterans and disabled individuals. We are offering those discounts. We're also able to go through your local workforce commission and maybe get a scholarship. And so if you want to invest in this campus or the school, you are free to do so. We would love and need your assistance in the matter of expanding. So we plan on expanding the school. Our goal is to have a large campus where our students can go and learn all about medical cannabis here in the state of Georgia. So give us a call, 404-631-6360. Again, thanks again for watching the Holistic Cannabis Show, and we hope to see you next week.
I want to send a shout out. Before we go off. I want to send a shout out to our dinner sponsor, Gus's Famous Fried Chicken.
Shout your business out. Please give us an email or a call, the Holistic Cannabis Show at gmail.com, or give us a call and we'll be at your business on live.
This is my family, y'all.